What's up, folks? I'm just gonna get after it. I'm gonna do a little T11 stream today, see how it goes. Hopefully do some cool stuff. Yeah, we'll see. Oh, we got an intimidating first opponent here. People's avatars crack me up sometimes. Holy smokes, what a wind. Alright. I'm going to play over on the right side and try and find the little funnel off of the island. I'm going to add 1.4. We're going to add 2 here. Plays a 15.8 with some right curl. So we're going to go 9.5 rings. There's 5. 9.5. Stuart in the house. What's up, Stu? Thanks for joining me. Oh. How are you this fine evening? Well, it's afternoon here. I guess it's evening there. So I haven't been around much recently. Work's been busy. Got a promotion, so it's just been a little hectic. Still playing, just not playing as much. If you guys are familiar with GC Clutch's streams, he's now playing. I guess I probably shouldn't say that. He's playing my junior account now, and he won a gold banner with it, an expert. So I'm stoked for him. Wow, what a win this is. 2 massive wins. Alright, so we're going to play this one dead out of min. And there's a spot, this little funnel right here. Yeah, where it just kind of looks like it keeps going in. See that? So we're going to offset it just a little bit to the right of that, though, since this wind's going to push it. 14.2 dead out of min. It's going to be 7.1 rings. Go just a notch over that. If I wanted to miss great right. Great left might still go in. Yeah. So that's a nice little funnel right there. I've missed great left, great right, and still had to go in. That area on the pad is just so consistent that you use about a bar top spin, a couple bars of spin to the right, and just offset it for the push. And even the greats will go in. Ryro in the house. Rico, thanks for the good luck. Yeah, unbelievable stuff from Clutch. And if you're not familiar with him, you should definitely check him out. I'm sure if you're here, then you've probably been there as well. But if you're not familiar with GC Clutch, definitely give him a look. Unbelievable Tour 11, streams almost every day. I'm pretty sure he got 2 golds in expert on the junior account and on his own. I think he shot like -32 and -34 over the weekend. So unbelievable stuff from him. I'm glad he's putting that account to good use. Get in the hole. Oh yeah, let's go to. Oh, unlucky. Glad to see he's putting it to good use. I'm not able to play nearly as much anymore, so the few occasions that I can jump on, I'm just going to be playing the one account. Even with just the one, I still managed a 4th place finish in the Great Outdoors tournament. I haven't played just one account in a tournament in quite some time, so it was a little different, but still managed to shoot a -30. It's my second 4th place finish. I had a major 4th in the summer major, 4th place, and then 4th place in this last one too. So quite a few top 10s in expert now to go along with the 2 silvers and the top 10 in the mini master as well. Building up some nice little banners over there. Clutch with -19 on the back 9. Holy smokes. Yeah, that's unbelievable. I saw the 34. I didn't know that was a 15 front and a 19 back. Holy smokes, that's crazy. What a round. And congratulations to the 19th family streamer, GC Clutch there. Yeah, unbelievable. Oh, good wind here to play over on the left for a rough bump, so that's what I'm going to go for. This is just an odd hole. I just can't seem to get anything dialed in from the right side, so anytime I get some kind of a tailwind, I've been playing bounce over to the second fairway on the left and then playing a rough bump, so we'll see how that goes. He might go straight in the trap. No, not quite. Thanks, Ryro. Yeah, not bad. I'll take it, for sure. Considering how much less time I put into this tournament than I've put into so many others to still get a minus 30, I was pretty stoked. So full right, I'm going to go with like 5 top here and start from an overpowered position before we start our adjustment. And we're going to add 20% to this one, so so we're going to play like 8.1 rings. And then push back up to max distance. And even just a little baby curl back to the left to even out that crosswind. This rough bump can be tricky, and a great left is not going to help, but at least I'll be on the fairway. The adjustment's tricky because of the different directions, especially in a tailwind. You'll be adjusting down into the trap, and that takes a good chunk out of it. So it's downhill, but if you're adjusting back down into the sand, then you want to take some of that over adjustment off or push back up. So minus 30 got you a 6th. Yeah, I was lucky. I had a minus 29 in the opening round, so my tie break and my bracket was not particularly bad. The minus 29 was the number 4 tie break for me. So not bad there at all. Oh, I might not be able to play this. Yeah, I won't be able to. Huh. Interesting. And we'll just lay up on the right side then, see what we can do here. We'll just curl it into there. Bad tee shot here does not help me out, unfortunately. Put me in a real bad spot, so we can't even play that. I'm going to add 10%, so 14.7 at a max. I'm going to go 7.5 and just curl the hell out of it and see what happens. Bad tee shot there really doomed any effort I had to get that to go, especially since I had the Saturn bag on. I do like to use the Saturn. It's just a little bit more accurate than a Goliath. It obviously doesn't have the distance, but the ball guide and the slightly better accuracy help out a little bit on this hole if you don't hit your drive like an idiot like I did. Yeah, just got to be better there with the drive. Probably over adjusted a little bit too much. Probably not 20% needed on the drive there. Of course, if I hit it perfect, then it's still fine. But we were lucky to even roll back out into the fairway, really. So I can't complain. Bad drive, it's all my fault. But would have been nice to try and to show you the rough bump that I usually play there. I've shown it on stream a couple times. There's a nice little consistent landing spot. Let's see what kind of wind we get here. Wow, interesting. Okay. We're going to play it 20% over. We're going to go almost full backspin here, and then as much to the right as we can get. So I want it to almost land over there as it starts to kick. So adding 3, so we're going to play it as an 18 and a min. So that's going to be 8.7, 5, 8.7, and curl it back. Let the backspin take care of the rest. Decent effort there. Would like to be within 3 yards, but this one's brutal. So, especially with that kind of crosswind, I'll take that. Same equipment here. He's just got a wind 4 ball. Thor 6. This is that nearly full backspin shot in that landing spot work out pretty well for me most of the time. 20% over at a min. Anytime you've got any kind of a headwind, that shot works wonders if you've got the backspin for it. 2 for 2. Good start to the stream so far. We'll see what kind of run we can get on. Kind of doubt he'll rematch me, but we'll see. Maybe? No dice. Might hit 1.5 billion on this stream. 2 more wins. Plus 2 from this point out. That'll do it. 1.5 billion. It wasn't too long ago. It feels like I hit a billion finally. The secret was I quit playing Tour 12. Just stuck with 11. Stick there. I'm dominant there, or relatively anyway. I still get my ass kicked on occasion. I see a lot of people laying up on the right here. I haven't played that shot much, but I'm going to play it here just to see what happens. Let's see what we got. So, add 10, 13, 4, so just over 8 rings, and we're going to curl it to a little bit to the right. I see a lot of people playing over on this side. I've just never done it, so I kind of want to take a look and see what it looks like. Probably should have switched back to the Goliath. I'm not sure what kind of distance we've got here, but any kind of rough bump that I'm trying with a long iron might not work with the Saturn on, but I wasn't really thinking about that. So, yeah, we'll just see how this is. I've just always played on the left side, either blasting it down as deep as I can get, and then playing either a rough bump or trying to go straight at the hole, kind of depending on the wind. The rough bump from up there on the left is tricky if you've got a crosswind where you have to adjust down into the trap. That's one, if it's a right to left crosswind and you'll be adjusting down to the right side into the trap to the right of the green, then that's where the adjustment gets really tricky. Yeah, I've had it go wrong a number of times. So playing over here, we'll see what it looks like, see what we can come up with. Not even sure what kind of distance we'll be looking at. Oh, it looks pretty good for a rough bump. Dead headwind. Let's see. So probably 10% at a mid, which is going to be 1-to-1. So we'll see what that looks like. So right at a 9, 5, just a little over that. I hope that's enough of an adjustment. Oh, wow. So needed a little more. So not quite 1-to-1 there. Got to go a little over 1-to-1. Probably 1-to-1 plus 1. Because it did land a little bit further back. And we're going to want the ball guide to go well through the pin if we try this one. Because it just died with that headwind. So, something to keep in mind. Getting these ones to drop in tour play is a lovely bonus, but it's... You know, it's always kind of unlikely. You're not getting shots as dialed in as you do with a tournament because of the variables and the wind. Get in there. 2 opponents on stream. have now done that. 2 and 3 holes have hit the pin and bounced out. Those are well worthy of the unlucky emoji. Other times you do the unlucky emoji and maybe it's not so much that they were unlucky, but that they misplayed it. But you throw that out there anyways, a little consolation. That truly is unlucky. For both of our opponents have had that happen to them. So not sure how long I'm going to stream today. Just going to kind of cruise. I got Do Not Disturb on, but if you've been in my streams before, you know that sometimes it doesn't work. And sometimes one of my 2 favorites on my list calls, and in which case those calls do get to come through. So if my wife or work calls suddenly, then the stream will kick out. So just be aware of that. I apologize in advance if it happens. All right, full backspin here, and we're going to go straight at the pin and add 30% at a min. Yeah, I'm at a min. 2.1, 2.5. We're going to play 10 at a min, so just under 5 rings. This is one where you can't really afford to hit great. You got to hit it perfect. Min driver shots that you hit great are affected more, obviously, than the max. So, and especially on this hole, there with that narrow of a landing pad. Actually, I try and put it out there just in front of where it starts getting a little bit less narrow. And with the full backspin on the Thor's hammer, then that's doable. But a great left or great right, and that's probably 3 or 4 yards away instead of just over 1. So, Tim, hey, thanks for the good luck. Welcome to the stream, buddy. All right, appreciate you stopping by, Stu. We'll see you. Have a nice rest of your evening. That looks like a nice shot. Looks like a very nice shot. I think we're going to lose. Wonderful shot from our opponent there. I've played this guy before. I don't know if... no rematch. Alright, well. We move further away from that 1.5 Billy mark. We'll get there. We will get there. So, with as busy as things have been, I just haven't had as much time. But I had an appointment, so I had to leave work at 2 today to go to my appointment. And so then I came home, and my wife is out of town. So I just got the whole house to myself. So I figured I would play a little Golf Clash, just do a little streaming, see how it goes, since I haven't been able to in a while. Hey. Tim in the chat, Tim on the game. Let's see what we got here. Oh, so this will be wind dependent. Oh, nice. All right, cool. Gonna try and blast it over just like he is with his nice little Apox 7 there. I don't think I would even be putting any overpower on with an Apox 7 or an Apox 5 or higher here with this amount of wind. That's why. Because it plays like a crazy over adjustment with any kind of tailwind here. So I'm going to go 3 to the left and 2 off full top. And I don't think I'm going to use any overpower either. Just a slight little bit of curl. The goal here is to have it hit the rough just on the other side of the trap and roll out into the fairway. All right. Oh, missed the rough. That means we'll probably roll into the rough. Yep. Just a little too much. A little bit less curl there. Probably would have caught it. That little baby curl that I put on did not help. Oh, our opponent's in a very tough spot. Let's see what he does here. Gives up. Doesn't do anything. Just sits there and doesn't move. Whew. Tim in the chat struggling to get a foothold on T10, eh? Oh, yeah. It's a brutal one. I put together some Tour 10 shootout guides a long time ago. I don't think it's even the same tours anymore. I honestly don't know. But when I was doing the what's it called, Road to Glory with Junior, when I was in Tour 10, I put together some videos and stuff. Let's see how far we got here. So to 10.3, we got a nice landing area, and I'm going to put it just a little bit outside left edge. And it stayed just a little bit outside left edge. Wow. Okay. Woo. Picasso, Namhe, and Oasis. I think those are the same three as when I put those guys together then. I don't know. That sounds right. I remember the Oasis ones, because those ones are a pain. Except for you can sand bump a lot of them. Or the one anyway. The one that's in the tournament coming up right now, right? The island one. That's a sand bump all day, baby. There's certain holes that I play a sand bump on, like almost no matter what. And that Oasis hole is one of them. Once I learned how to do it anyway. I used to play the curl bounce off of the front right island and run it up onto the back of the green and let it fall back. But when I figured out how to play that sand bump, I pretty much only played that sand bump. What was the other one? Oh, it's the City Park one that they took out of Tour 11. They took City Park away. Oh, the Parc des Paris and the Maple Bay ones? Yeah, The Maple Bay ones I put together like right after that course came out. So those ones are not as accurate, I feel, as the Parc des Paris or the City Park ones that I put together when City Park was still in Tour 11. Because I had plenty of opportunity with those, and I was putting them together, and then they switched up Tour 11 on me. And oh, interesting. 8.9. I mean, it's the right direction for the wind, but that's not a big one. I'll have to use an Apocalypse if I'm going to follow. Oh wow, okay, busting out the big balls. Look at this guy. Tried the sand bump and you timed out. Yeah. The sand. That's it's a tricky one. It really is. Speaking of sand bumps, let's see how far away he is. Shouldn't be too difficult of a putt. All right. I'm going for the rough bump here, not the sand bump. I think we should be able to get it. 8.5. It's aiming at the right spot. Will it get there? Yeah, it will. Right in the rough. A little too much topspin. And it's not an easy wedge by any means, but we're going to try and take most of the adjustment out of it. Johnny Tink Tink in the house. Thanks for the good luck, brother. Appreciate it. Great right could be trouble. Oh, got it. All right, so instead of doing like the normal rapier shot where you put full topspin on it, I'm going to try and get over all this crap. Holy smoke, 17. Whew. And straighten it out a little bit. $17, jeez. That's wild. Oh my God. Oh, that's funny. Oh well. After I'm talking all that smack about taking the adjustment out as much as I can. That one's just a weird read. I've missed it a lot. I'm not surprised that I missed it again. But it kind of sucks to do it on a stream. I can't believe how much that pushed it. That's crazy to me. The last hole, it didn't push it at all, and this one it pushed it more than a cup. Oh, jeez. This game's funny sometimes. All I can do is just laugh. I'm not going to stop playing it. Let's see if we can do it this time. I'm going to put a Kingmaker on, though. A little more topspin. We're just going to go 10% over because we over adjusted last time. So 1.3, 14.1, 8 and a half. Some overpower, just a touch of overpower. Oh, hey, Peter Johnson's on now. If you get bored with me, go check him out. He's one of my absolute favorite streamers. Every time I see him go live, I try and get in there at least for a little bit and at least let him know, tell him good luck. Great player, unbelievable. He's playing mostly Masters now, but does pro, expert, and Masters content along with Tour 11 and Tour 12 grinds. Great guy from the 19th family. Huge fan of his. All right, Ryro, thanks for stopping by. Appreciate it. All righty. Now we get a chance to try that rough bump I was talking about earlier. Opponent goes with the layup. He's in a very nice position there, but that's a tough shot. So let's see what kind of wind we get here. Alright, so I'm going to add like 20% at a mid and just a little bit of topspin and a little bit. Just passed and through it. 15%, 0.9, 1.4, 10.8 at a mid. It's going to be plus 1.7, 4.7. Wow, what crazy lag that was. Go! Dang it, leaving my rough bumps short today. Ah! Oh, yeah, the Tour 10 vids, Tim, I don't think I put any of them on YouTube. I think they were on Facebook only. I have a shootout vid saved on Google Drive I could send you. It's just a handful of them. Jesse was putting together a Tour 10 guide, I think, at the time. and I happened to have a bunch of Tour 10 content that I was working on at the same time. I was helping out some clanmates with Tour 10 stuff and put together those text guides that you see floating around the 19th. And I can send you a link to the video that I've got on Google Drive as well for the shootouts. But yeah, I don't think I put any of that content up on YouTube. I think it was just shared in the 19th page and in my clan's page as well, because I was helping a couple guys out with some Tour 10 stuff. So that's when I put that together. So if you shoot me a Facebook message, I can send you the link to that if you're interested. It's like 5 minutes long. I think it's just got like 6 or 7 of the shootout holes, and I can link you to the text guides that I put together too that kind of explain what I'm doing in them. If you would like, if you just shoot me a Facebook message, and then I'll shoot those over to you. Yeah, I haven't played those in a very long time. Let's see the wind we got. All right, so I'm gonna start my adjustment with the yellow on just in front of the rough. I'm gonna go like one top. Let's see what that looks like. I'm gonna go one more to the right, so 5. So at 1-to-1, I play this at plus 20, so plus 1.8. It's gonna be 10.8 rings. 5.8, 10, and then we pull back a ring. Little baby curl to the right. Little baby curl to the right was not needed. But hindsight is 2020. Yeah, Tim, if you they might be on there, but yeah, if you can't find them, just shoot me that message, and I'll send them along to you. They're just saved in Google Drive, so I got the link sharing on there, and have been posting them around sporadically when asked. And my guides aren't like super in depth. They're just gonna give you like my aim point and my basic adjustment, but it's not like, you know, in this wind, use X amount of topspin, backspin, whatever. That's a very nice shot from our opponent. Let's see how close he gets. Oh, I was about that, wasn't I? We were real close. Oh! Damn it. Oh, there you are. So, yeah, I'll shoot that to you after I'm done streaming here. Damn, this guy got me twice. I know I posted that link on the 19th before, so it's up there if you search for my name. It might be in comments. I don't know if I posted them as an outright post. It might be in various comments. So if you search my name in Tour 10, then it should do it. Oh boy. All right, we're dialing to something crazy up here. 9.2, eh? Let's see where that puts us. Go right about there. Let's see if we can drive the green here. That'd be hot. 10. I'm gonna go 21 rings. And yell, park! Oh my, coming in way left. Dang. That sucks. Yeah. I haven't tried that shot with an APOC with that kind of wind very often. I'm usually laying up for a short iron. I'm not sure. Did he just kind of picked out his aim point and went right there, huh? Worked out well for him, though. Oh, he's going to be in the bunker. But he's in a spot in the bunker where if he hits it perfect, it should go in. And I am in a spot in the bunker where even... Oh. Well, this wind makes it a little easier. That's for sure. It's relatively straightforward. Let's see what kind of leeway we've got. Quite a bit. Come on, baby. Be good. Oh, yeah. That one was definitely made easier by the wind. I said if his was perfect, then it's in. Not realizing that my wind would be pretty much straight downhill, I'd be able to straighten it out like that. And we had a very nice, cushy landing spot. If you follow the guideline there, as I was wiggling it back and forth, that's kind of how I figure those shots out. The guideline was straight into the cup for a good chunk of when I was moving it forwards, and so I gave myself plenty of leeway to as long as I hit it perfect, then it was going to land in one of those spots. So, all right, we got one back from old Huckleberry Dam, but he took 2 out of 3 from us, so well played to you, sir. Very nice. All right, there's our 3-game set with Dam from the Huckleberry clan. Drop a little bit further away from that 1.5 billion mark, but we'll get it back. Oh, so this picture of me on the right there, my sister's been going through a bunch of old photos and found this one. It's a line of my cousins and I have a ton of cousins, so I obviously had to crop it way down. So those are the two. They had us line up in height order. It just so happens that that's age order right there for the 3 of us as well. But I had a sweet old mid-90s blues shirt on. I'm like, oh my god, that's amazing. So I want that shirt back. I want to see if I can find it. It's so awesome. So I got real excited when she found that one, being a diehard blues fan for my whole life. So I figured that would be a nice little pic to put up there. Oh, look at that. Oh, no, we got a massive headwind here this time. I'm going to go with the Goliath bag this time. Full right. I'm going to go 4 top. Red on the rough. I'm going to add 10, 1.2, 13.1, so just under an 8. With full curl to the right. It should settle nicely in between the bunkers, much like our opponent did the last time we played this hole. It'll be a difficult long iron, but one that, we'll at least get close. Hopefully. Fingers crossed that it's a close one. Photo Monkey. Looks like it's supposed to be Legion X. Legio X. Champions 100 clan. See how they're doing. 135k. Pretty good. Oh. This used to be someone else. They changed their name. I recognize one name in there. I thought it used to be in Spartans, though. Maybe he just moved clans and it's not an actual name change. Alrighty. Okay, so this adjustment's going to be a little funky. I'm gonna put the third bounce just short left. 9.4. We're going to add one, plate it to 10.4 at a max. So 5.8, so 5.4 rings, and then we're going to push up one. 5.4. We're going to go up one ring since we adjusted downhill. Yeah. Hashtag perfect was in, right? Oh, well. Can't let yourself get frustrated with this game. If you've been playing it for a while, you're well aware of the streaks that can happen. Even to the best of players, you can go on a nasty losing streak in tour play. And if you keep playing when you're frustrated, it just compounds the issue. The best advice I think I can give you if you're on a really huge losing streak is to just put the game down for a little bit. He did not push back up, but he should probably, I mean, he'll be fine with a wood. Yeah, he was going to roll way past. The shot ended up looking better than my great because of the better accuracy of the sniper versus the Goliath. His great left was closer than my great left. We'll see if we can get all photo monkey in the shootout, though. Get back to our winning ways after old Dan put a beating on us. All right. I was playing so little, I barely got to play the, what was the Acacia Reserve or Acadia? I don't even remember what the hell it was called. I was playing so little that I barely got to try to play any Tour 11 with that. Same setup as last time, except we're going to start our adjustment off in the middle since it's got this slight headwind. 1.6, 9.5 ring adjust. If we can see what we're doing, that would help. What did we learn? No baby curl? Let it funnel down that right side, or the left side, and towards the cup, right? With no baby curl? Right. Perfect. Yeah, just a little more. Good shot there, though. Put the pressure on our opponent. Been pretty solid here, as far as I can remember, with the shootouts. Nothing too far away. Sometimes you just get beat. I have no idea where this is going. I wasn't really watching his adjustment. Looks to be another decent shot. Let's see if he beats us. No, going a little deep. I guess when he flashes the good luck, that probably means that we're not getting a rematch. Maybe? We'll see. We will see. Nope. I think I got a pin chest to pop anyway. So I saw some news about the new iOS having grid lines. I guess that's iOS 13. So that's kind of been the big news around the Golf Clash community, but is yet to see how useful it'll be. Saw a post about it on the 19th page, a couple posts about it on the 19th page, and went to check Reddit out, and they seem somebody on Reddit, I think, said that they had a massive amount of lag when they turned it on, and it's voice activated, so I don't think that you'll be able, well, as it currently sits in its beta state anyway, I don't think you'll be able to stream and have it. I'm not really sure. Maybe you will, since the mic will be hot anyway. Who knows? Oh, this is not a fun wind. Alright, I'm just going to lay up. If you leave this one out too far to the left, then it can very easily fall into that trap. Plus 25 at a min, 1.2.2, 2.8, we're going to 13.8 at a min, 6.2 rings. Well, that's closer to 6.5, but that's alright. I'm going to curl it just a little bit back to the right to keep it away from the trap. And we'll just blast the sniper down there. If we get some tailwind, then we can blast it over to that closer fairway, but if not, we'll just lay up and have a long iron for it. Without a premium ball and like an APOC level 6, or I think 6 has more topspin than the 5, right? I don't think you're going to get over here. Oh, he might. Let's see what he tries. Power 5 ball, APOC 5, full overpower. It's just, it plays so far downhill that like a massive headwind like this, and you're pretty much going to end up in the trap. Unless you have like an APOC 7, wind 4, power 4 ball or something. Power 5 ball. Oh, he got over the trap, but it's not going to make it to the fairway. So, worth the risk, I guess, in his opinion, to try and play that shot, but I'm not wasting premium balls. See if we can get over. Oh yeah, I think we'll be able to. Why not? Hopefully that doesn't hurt me too much. Getting some crazy lag. Holy smokes. I'll watch the replay and see how much that's coming through. I think it's time for a new phone. Got this one paid off, so that's when it's time for a new one, right? As soon as it gets paid off, it breaks. So, really looking forward to that. The battery's really been crapping out on me recently, so not looking forward to replacing it. But, you know, it's time. Seen some pics of the iOS grids. Yeah, I don't know how useful they're going to be, really. It's kind of what it comes down to. I'm so used to playing without them. Let's see here. Okay. This is a real nice consistent landing spot. Just going to offset it a little bit to the right. I'm going to take 5% off. So 11.7. We're going to play it at a mid. So it's 5, just over 5 rings. I think we're just going to go with 5. And since we went downhill, we're going to push it forward 1. And release from the right because I took too much time. Bloop. There we go. Easy as that. We didn't even get the funky view where it goes through the trees. Through the trees view is the long iron view that you know it's going in if it rotates around to the left behind those trees. I talked about that on stream too. I think I made one. I was like, yeah, that's the view where if you get that one, you know it's going in. The thing that took me the longest time to get this one figured out when you're making your approach is that push up, pull back. with any kind of crosswind, you're adjusting up or down the side of that hill, and so that adjustment at the end, pushing forward or pulling back a ring, makes a huge difference. Because I would get some wild bounces on this thing sometimes, and just be like, I have no idea how it ended up in that spot before. So, all right. I'm gonna restart the app real quick. See if that helps this lag issue. It's frozen. It'll take a little more time to get back into it. Slick Shot Steve, Triple S in the house. What's up, buddy? Showed up at a good time. Just to watch me bury a thorn. Oh yeah. See what that does for our lag issue. Now the game won't even load. There we go. Come on. All right, one more win puts me over the 1.5 billion. I kind of want to go look at that again, see if just a couple of free coins would put me over the top. I couldn't. I know. I thought it was 1.499. Maybe I go into my hub and see if anybody sent me coins recently that I can cash in and get over that mark. No. You gotta earn it. Gotta earn it. Come on, game. Wow, we keep getting the same hole. I'm gonna make this rough bump though. That's the difference. This time I'm gonna make it. He said sarcastically. What's the definition of insanity? You keep doing the same thing over and over and expect different results. I'm going to keep doing the same thing over and over, but I'm going to get the different results because I'm not doing the exact same thing. I guess that's a little different. Yeah. See where he ends up. Beautiful. Sit nicely for a short iron for him. I think I saw one of Ian's streams. He was exploring an area down there that was like between the hills that was acting a bit like a funnel. Kind of interested to see if he ever found that. That's something funky that's been happening to me. I'll get these when I click off of the ball, I get the spins change back. So 1.14. So we're gonna go with 8.5. There's 5. 8.5. A little bit of curl to the right. And it's got to just be my fat fingers hitting it, right? A little deeper than last time, but it's basically going to be the same shot. Playing it to that same area. We're just going to make sure that the ball guideline goes through the pin this time, and it'll actually go in, hopefully. We'll see. I mentioned Ian, again, another streamer who, if you're watching me, then I hope that you're aware of him as well. I mentioned Clutch earlier, but Ian Bollinger, for those of you who aren't aware, another excellent streamer. Definitely check him out. I'm not sure which stream it was that I happened to be watching where he was playing this, getting this hole a bunch, and thought that he had found a nice spot. I think it was between. There's so much going on down there in front of that green. It's just really crazy, like hills everywhere. But I guess there was a little consistent spot in between two of those hills that he had found that was working out nicely for him. So, all right, we're gonna offset this one. like a cup outside left and deep. We're gonna go with plus 10% at a mid, so 12.6 at a mid. 5 plus 1.3. We're gonna go 5.5. I'm gonna pull back just a notch. Oh, horrible great left. Oh my God. A double great left and missed the rough entirely. Oh. Well, we got a different result, so at least I'm not insane, right? Tried the same thing, different result, so it must not be crazy. Oh, now I gotta try and save this damn thing with a rough iron. Come on. Oh, put the sand. Really? Two sand holeouts in one stream. I think we're gonna have to go off the fringe here. It's not consistent enough. Ah. Oh. Horrible. Horrible, horrible, horrible. That's disappointing. Just to misplay the shot that poorly. Ugh. Well, at least he's rematching us, giving us an opportunity. See if we can get it back from him. Oh. You know what I haven't had a chance to do yet is play a big power hook or power slice shot. So, depending on the wind here, it could be a power hook hole. Let's see what we get. Let's see. Yeah, we can hook this one. Full left, not quite full top. 8.9. So we're going to say that's 5. Plus 10, 9.9. We're going to go 6. Just a little more. And 15. Oh no, not enough. Huh. Things are just going to shit. Oh, these last two holes have just been garbage. Oh. As I was releasing that, I was like, I wonder if I adjusted enough. But I committed, so that was that. Damn it. This has not been a power hook friendly stream so far, which is very disappointing because they're my favorite. Oh boy, we're scrambling again. We are scrambling, and Mike here is gonna kick our ass again. Sitting nice and pretty for our opponent while I am busy screwing up. Alright, just gonna lay up for the short iron then. Frustrating to just give away two holes like this. Well, haven't given this one away yet, but it's just frustrating when you know you can do so much better. I would love to see an Alba here, though. I don't even care. I hate this hole so much that I like seeing Albas on it because they're super hard to find. This is one of the par 5s that I've not albatrossed. It won't go in. It doesn't matter what I do. I try every different way, and it just doesn't go in. I usually end up coming like a cup wide to the right. Go in! Alright. So our shot here is going to kind of depend on our wind. Jim North joins the stream. Appreciate it. Oh, I forgot I got the Hornet on. Oh, no. Alright, let's feel this out. So we're going to go plus 10 at a mid. So offset left edge. Yeah, good. 10.7 at a mid. And with 8 rings. Appreciate you catching me live, Jim. Although you came at a time where I'm playing like a complete idiot. So hopefully, if you rewind a little bit, you'll see some brilliance. But at the moment, it's not going well. 2 straight holes I'm going to lose to Mike here without even going to a shootout after 2 horrible misplays. So we're going to clean it up here. Just for you, Jim, we're going to clean it up. And I appreciate you stopping by and being here. All right, Mike. Take all my money. Take all my trophies. That's fine. Beat me 3-0. I dare you. No, it's not happening. I'm getting this one. Oh, Maple Bay hole. What bag do I have on that I had a Hornet? I swear I switched them all. I've had this weird glitch happen where when I go in to change my bags, it won't change them. I like they just looks like they stay the same. I don't know, it's crazy. All right, plus 25% here. 13.8 rings. I'm gonna have to lay up. Oh no, that was the right one. I'd switched to the Saturn bag for some reason. 2 and 1. Just play as a 6 ring, just over 6 ring adjustment. Pull a little curl back to the right. I thought I could blast it over and still have a shot. It just didn't look good with the headwind, so just gonna lay up instead. Play the sniper rough bump instead of the long iron rough bump. It's a tricky angle coming from this side as opposed to on the across the bunker. Just because of the shape of the green, it's a little weird. So it's a tough one to get it to go because you got to kind of do a lot. Depending on the distance, it's an over adjustment, but it might be at 1-to-1 anyway, kind of depending on where we're adjusting. So we'll see what we get. Our opponent hit it perfect with a full overpowered, full topspin Apocalypse level 7. He will make it. I obviously would not have with my Thor Saber level 6 since he just barely cleared it. Alright, let's see what we got. Straight headwind. So we're going to go with 10% over 1-to-1. I'm going to go through the pin and offset it just on the left edge. Plus 0.9 is going to be 10.2. 5.2. 10.2. Restarting seems to have helped the lag issues, so not gonna go. It's like my rough bump physics aren't working properly today. All of them have ended up short. Every single one of them. Did they tweak the rough bump physics overnight and not tell me? How dare they? No, that probably just means I under-adjusted it. Needed a little bit more there. Probably should have gone like a plus 15% at 1-to-1. Would have looked better, I guess. I don't know. That's crazy. I can't believe it didn't get there. We'll see if his rough bump physics are still working properly. Looked like an under adjustment from him too, but it was like a medium Goliath, so his rough bump physics are working fine. Not gonna go in though. Hey, we're going to a shootout. Oh, maybe I won't act like a donk there. You know, fix myself. All right. Pull my head out of my rear end. At least take 1 out of 3. You know, 2 opponents take 2 out of 3 from me on my stream. Or it could be 3. This one could be 3 out of 3. Eeh. Hopefully not. Let's see what shootout hole we get. Been getting a lot of the same Maple Bay holes. We have not had this one yet. Well, in the holes themselves anyway. The shootouts have been pretty random so far, I feel like. Had that one Kohong one twice. Alright. Headwind, this one's real tricky. A lot of people leave it way short. I still leave it way short occasionally. Great shot from our opponent. Get in the hole. 3 out of 3 unless we ace it. Wow. No pressure though. Alright, gonna use like 3 bars of backspin or so. Add 1.6, so we're gonna do a 10.1 ring adjust. And fingers crossed. Alright, right about there. 10.1. 5.1. 10.1. Ah. Swept 3-0 on stream for the whole world to see. Or at least 7 of you. Damn it. Oh, not a good showing. And we were that close to a billion and a half. Now we're 30 million further away. Nuts. The Untouchables. I haven't seen anyone from this clan in a while. Interesting. I know they were taking a breather after they dominated the C100 in seasons, the first 3 seasons? I feel like it was the first 3. I bet we can go look. They were reigning and defending undefeated champs at one point. But after proving all that, they kind of I haven't seen much of them. They're still Champions 100, obviously, but let's see how many goals they got. Oh, just one? I thought they had won twice in a row to start things off. Oh well. They will forever be known as the original Champions 100 champions. I know that sounds redundant, but that's what it is. He needs a bronze banner to go with the gold and silver. Let's see. Safely in the fairway there. Nice shot. I don't know if I want to try the same thing or no, I'm gonna stick with my Thor's hammer, so I have it for the shootout just in case. Plus 25%, 2.1, 2.5. Plan is a 9.8, so there's 5 rings there, and we're playing a 9.8, so I'm gonna do 6. All right, and like 3/4 of a ball of a curl to the left or so. Safely out in the fairway there. So that one plays like crazy downhill. If you're not familiar with it, like especially with the tailwinds, you got to play it like plus 25. Any kind of headwind, and unless you're using a premium ball and have like a monster apocalypse, you're gonna have to lay up. Or you can try and blast it, but you're just gonna end up in the trap and laying up out of the trap instead of hitting the sniper down where you want it. Alright, so I bet he ends up short. Let's see. The great won't help, but let's see how short. Or if he ends up short. Yeah, just barely. I don't really have much of a chance of making this, so it's not really that big of a deal for him. So I kind of want it to go there. So that means we're going to have to offset it a little further to the right. -5, -0.4, so 8.6, 5, 8.6, up a ring and a half, because that was way downhill. Like I said, probably not going in. We just kind of want to be in a decent spot for not have too hard of a putt, but I cannot believe that how short that went, even though I pushed it up that much. A ring and a half push up, and it still ended up that short. Boggles my mind. After I said I was going to quit playing like an idiot, that's mind-blowing to me how short that was. And a great left, probably not going in. Ah, my God. Oh, what did I say about quitting when you get frustrated? Nah, I'm just going to power through it. Come on, bud. He doesn't want it. Oh, well. God. Unbelievable. Come on. And maybe my time away has skewed my understanding of the physics here. Because it's just not reacting how I think it should, or would, or will. Oh well. Drained 2 short irons on stream already, so that's something, I guess. Back to a Titan here. Alright. I'm just going to blast it down there for the long iron. No offset for that push that way. Plus 10. We're going to play as a 10 ring adjustment. Hopefully that leaves me in a decent spot. And we're in the rough. I can't do anything right now. I don't have it today. I don't know what else to say. Started off as a decent stream, and since then it's just been mistake after mistake after mistake. Something I've tried to do when I hit these skids that I'm going to focus on here is back to the basics. So really honing in on my adjustments, really honing in on making sure when I pull back the ball is dead center. What in the world? And just see if that can help me. I mean, I over adjusted that. I didn't play that much topspin, and it still just rolled down there into the rough. So back to the basics we go. Is he going to time out? I'm going to try. Good Lord. I'm going to play a mid adjust plus 60%, 50%. Okay, never mind. My mistake was not punished. Scott, hey, welcome to the stream. Yeah, it's been a while. These last few holes have been bad, man. I won't lie to you. The stream started off nicely enough. I think I won 3 in a row, and then I made a Hornet. I made a Thorn so far. But these last few holes have just been poor. Just been making a ton of mistakes. So I'm going back to the basics for these next couple holes. I'm really going to dial in and focus on doing everything exactly right. So that's the plan anyway. Hopefully that straightens me out. And if not, then we'll just lose a few coins to a few people. And some trophies, I guess, too. Alright, let's see what we got. Let's see. It's taking so damn long to load today. Ooh. Not too tough of a wind. Cobra ball, huh? What's that? Plus 3, wind 4, and spin 1, looks like. There's lots of folks playing these ones in Tour 10, 11, and 12 right about now. I'm surprised I haven't seen more of it. Maxed 11 again. Oh, nice. Over 2 billion. Very nice. Yeah. If you feel like donating any to the Sharks, go ahead and dip your toes back into the waters of Tour 12. They'll take care of a billion of that real quick for you. In the rough. Might be able to save it depending on what kind of wind they got. I'm putting the Kingmaker on. That wind is crazy. Alright, just going to line it up. Left edge, 10% over, 14.3, 8, 0.6. Push up to max. Just a slight overpower here. And a slight left curl. And we're going to hang in the fairway. Yeah, you know, I'm going to jump back in there at some point. Oh, very nice. Huge, massive tailwind for you, buddy. You know, it's just, I don't have the time to dedicate to that right now. Because really, for me to jump in there, it's going to take me a while to figure out my adjustments, to figure out how I pretty much know how to play the general idea of how I'm playing each hole, but the shootout holes, I still have some question marks, and it really can, like, I can get on. I've been on really good streaks in Tour 12 before. I've almost maxed it, and then I've like just gotten rid of it all. All right, back to the basics. Hang on one sec. Going to find what we think is a consistent landing spot, and I'm just going to play this one at 1-1. 6.9. $11.9. But just is when I go on these really big streaks, it's as much about my opponents messing up and being lucky as it is about me not messing up. You know, like, you can go on a run in Tour 12. I had, I think, a 16-game win streak in Tour 12. But then I think like a week and a half later, I had lost all my trophies in Tour 11. You know, like, it was back down to grinding 10 for a little bit. It just demoralized me so badly. You know, when you get in those losing streaks in Tour 12, it's even worse than losing streaks everywhere else, because sometimes you're just like, there's nothing you can do. You know, you hit what you think is just an amazing shot in a shootout, and you put it within 2 yards, and your opponent just breaks out something wild in like a 15-mile-an-hour in, and they ace it, you know. And it's just like, that seems to just happen like nonstop in Tour 12. The losing streaks are just so brutal, and the competition is so good because so many of the Champions 100 top clans are just constantly grinding it, and they all have the same notes, and they all play the same way, and they know exactly how to play every hole, and it's brutal, you know. That it's unbelievable competition. You won't find any more challenging part of the game than grinding Tour 12, in my opinion. I mean, not that that's any kind of revelation or anything, but it's so intense. I've had this hole a couple times already. I'm going to start my adjustment, yellow here. I'm going to use like a half a bar top spin. 1.8, so 10.9 rings, and then back even one, so 11.9. I'm going to switch the camera around. That was 5. So that'd be 10. Well, there's 11.9. Settle. Yeah, so Tour 12, just, I mean, and the holes are ridiculous too. White Cliff sucks. Porthello Cove sucks. they're hard. I mean, they're really, if for those of you who haven't really been playing the game since Porthello's been around, I don't even know if it's anywhere except Tour 12. Is it? Um, the the entire tour is just brutal. I mean, this tournament coming up has a bunch of Porthello ones, including that brutal one. What's it? Jesse call it? Billy Goat's Cliff or something. Billy Goat's Gruff. I can't remember what he calls it. Billy Goat something or other. That damn hole. I will fight that hole. I mean, I have a handful of holes that I really hate in the game, but that hole I hate more than any other by far. That might go in. No. And like just all the Porthello holes are just awful in general. There's one short par 4 in the tournament that's drivable in there. It'll be dependent on what kind of wind they give us for that hole. It's the one where it's got like the big landing pad island on the right, but it's like a really big island on the right side, and then a bunch of sand and water, and then the fairway kind of funnels back up to the green. If you're playing expert, it's going to be this. Everybody's going to be playing the same shot, like either a full overpowered, fully curled apocalypse, or a hook shot of some sort off of that island to try and drive the green. And that one will be fine. It'll be like, if as long as you got a Kingmaker and a decent level Apocalypse, or even a decent level Thor's Hammer, you'll be fine. So we got a 19th member here. This is one of the either a new clan or a renamed clan. I can't remember if this was one that got renamed or not. I'm gonna catch this damn rough bump on stream if it kills me. 6-6. Push up 1. Push up to max, actually. Screw it. Baby curl to the right. No, more than baby curl to the right. Right edge. I've been leaving everything out left because I haven't been curling it enough. Yeah, look at that. We found a decent one. Kelby. Huh. C100 newbie. They're C100? Oh, I didn't think they were glowing. Oh. What in the world? I don't think... It's a C... Oh, yeah. Tim had unbelievable content for Tour 12. Yeah. I would watch his streams and just be amazed at what he was able to do on some of those shootout holes. Crazy. I mean, absolutely crazy. Plus 15 in mid, 0.9, 1.3. We're going to play this one as 10 at a mid and not F it up this time. Through the pin. Offset. So where it's going to contract the guideline right there. Yeah, that's where I want it. 10 at a mid. 1.1. 4.5. Wow, great left and it still missed right. I'm not sure what's going on there. What do you mean good game? You can save this. Yeah, he was ridiculous. He could basic ball Tour 12 and dominate. he did a Road to Glory, and what did it take him? Like just only a couple hundred, 500 games or something to max everything to get to 6270. Like that's absurd. That's completely ridiculous. Yeah. Not sure what happened to him. And look, if I know he's got a new, a couple kids and a family life, and if he wasn't enjoying the game, or if it was taking too much time away from his family life, then I don't blame him for stepping away. Good for him for doing so. If that's the case, if for whatever reason the game stops being fun for you, or if life takes life takes precedent, like if life is too crazy for you to be able to play the game and enjoy it. And he railed against cheaters a lot too, and it's probably got at least a little something to do with why he quit also, is that they're not doing enough about the cheating in the game. And if cheating's so rampant and the developers aren't going to do anything about it, then it can get really frustrating, especially in the Master Division and tournaments. I don't have the time to dedicate to playing Master tournaments, so I don't do it. And I don't have the time to dedicate to this game as much as I used to, but I still want to play it on occasion. Occasionally I do have time for it, and when that's the case, then, I'm going to play some. All right, one top. One right. We're going to leave it hanging out to the left a little bit. Plus 1.8. Going to go back a notch. 11 rings. 6. I'm going to go back just a tiny notch more. And just a baby curl to the left. Just so it doesn't push it too much and out of our little funnel that we want to find to funnel right towards the cup. So that's that baby left curl. Needed a little bit more baby left curl actually, because it still pushed it past that left side funnel. Yeah, a lot of habits are hard to break, but this game's supposed to be fun. It's a game. That's something that I always say when people complain about whether people get into arguments all the time on Golf Clash forums about whether apps are cheating or not. And I like to joke around. I've talked about it on stream before. I like to joke around that I'm hashtag Team No App, but that's just because that's how I like to play the game. I invest minimal amount of money in it. Wow, he got a nice shot there. He almost caught the rough, and it's still almost funneled in there. Holy smokes. I feel like I'm unlucky to lose that one. With the way that came in. Oh well. I completely forgot what I was talking about. Oh yeah, so I mean, it's a game. If you're not having fun, then don't play it. You can get hooked on a game like this as easily as you can get hooked on anything else. If you have an addictive personality, this game is really fun, and you can get hooked on it really easily, to the point where it might become a problem for you in your personal life. And if it gets to that point, then you have to make a hard decision. Either you're going to keep playing the game, or it's going to cause problems. If it gets to that point, then could cause some real trouble. All right, time to blast something here. Our power hook game has been poor thus far. Not anymore. I'm going to park this one on the green. 13.3, huh? All right. $15 ring hook. Oh, caught the rough. That sucks. Ugh. Nuts. You're not playing right now, Steve? Oh. Scott, you finna play Masters? Yeah. Yeah. That is, if you know, that's something you got to kind of decide, Scott, in terms of tournaments, what you want to do. If you're in a clan that is looking for max points, yeah, no doubt about it, I would be playing Masters. But I can't dedicate that amount of time to playing it anymore. I'm down to just playing one account now instead of two. If I had the time to do it, then I would be. But that's why I'm not. Oh, get in the hole. But that's why I'm not in a Champions 100 clan anymore. You know, that's why I cut back. I knew that I had to. I didn't have the time to do it, so I cut back on my time playing. I gave away an account, and you know, I had to do it. So let's see what we got, y'all. But Masters is really fun. It's so hard, but it's really fun. I'm going to play this one as plus 15 at a mid. 1.2, 1.8, 14 at a mid is 6.1 rings. Yes, sir. Yeah, I feel you, Steve. I know. I understand, man. And it's a game, you know. We are in the 19th family is a wonderful group and an amazing group to be a part of. And if I do find myself having more time to play again, and can dedicate more time to it in the future, then I'll be right back. But you know, until that time, I have limited amount of time that I can devote to the game, and I have my own clan that I have to be loyal to. You know, that doesn't. You know, I still love the 19th, and if I do have time to play a second account, then it's always in a 19th. One clan or another. I've been in Alley Cats, I've been in Bushwhackers, and I've been in the family. But as for now, what time I am able to dedicate to the game will be spent only on this account, and we'll be playing expert tournaments so that I have plenty of balls to grind with. Because high finish in expert gives me plenty of Kingmakers and Titans, and I can play without buying packs, and I can save all my premium balls for tournament play, which ones I choose to buy. Pretty selective about which ones, and I haven't bought any in a while. So I was free to play for a long time. For those of you who've been around my streams and have heard me talk about it, I was a free to play account on this one with Tour 11 maxed, and when clans came around, I paid $5 for the ball pack that came out on the Monday that they came out, so I would have enough gems to start my own clan, because I'd planned with it's a bunch of family and friends from around the St. Louis area that we had put together this group that we knew we were going to have a number of clans, actually. I think we ended up with 3 of them. And some are more, ours is more active than the other ones, for sure. And is in a higher division than the other ones as well. But we decided to do that. This is before I even knew anything about the 19th family or anything like that. So that did eventually lead me to the 19th family. I saw a post by Jesse on Reddit that led me to his streams and eventually to the Facebook page. where I met all of probably every person that's in here watching us right now. Is the 19th family is full of strong streamers, and we get out there and support each other for sure. So, all right, 10 ring adjust. Probably a little more than that since that one didn't work last time, right? I still got pushed into the rough. We'll just do some baby curl back to the right as well. Balance this whole crosswind out. And a great right to boot, so that'll really balance it out. Over adjusting, right curl, and a great right. Yeah. That's the key right there. Overdo everything. Hopefully we're not having a right to left crosswind again for our second shot here. We could be adjusting into that tree. Just what I did not want. So, yeah, looks like our opponent will be doing something similar here. Probably like a 45% over at a mid, thereabouts. I'm going to be using some massive right spin to try and get the adjustment to where I don't have to use any curl. Timmy bought balls but never used them, huh? 4 packs of turbos? Holy smokes. Those ones had like crazy needle speed, if I recall, right? I didn't buy those ones. But they're Power 5 ball, Power 5 Win 0 ball, but the needle speed was like insane. Like way worse than the Snow Globes or the Fusions. Well, the Fusions hadn't come out yet at the time, I guess, but right? Yeah. 14. Holy smokes. Okay. Mid. We're going to go plus 50 at a mid, actually, so 21. 21 at a mid. 9.5. Oh my god. I have to be in this tree eventually, right? Yeah. Okay. So we're gonna go just a little bit back and a little bit up and curl it about half a ball. Oh! See how that does. Full right with a kingmaker there might have been able to avoid the tree and would have been less of an adjustment because of less wind. So, oh well. This one's brutal anyway. I think I've made like 2 rough bumps on this one. I made a basic ball thorn after an APOC power slice shot that got me down to a thorn with a basic ball against Andrew Hagen. I think I posted that video on the 19th page. We were basic balling it. We matched up in Tour 11 and we're basic balling it, and I thorn porned him. Oh, it was hilarious. Oh, really? Yeah. I remember there being a big thing about how they were tweaking the needle speeds, yeah, for various balls, and how it's bunk that like they don't advertise that beforehand, right? It's a buy it and find out thing. I guess this is the shootout hole we're gonna keep getting. Yeah, I didn't pay much attention to those kind of things. I heard them, but I didn't pay much attention because I was still free to play at that point in time. So, yeah. I didn't follow much of anybody. I would watch Tommy's streams to get an idea of the wins going into tournament play, but that was it. That was it for me for a long time until I discovered Jesse on Reddit and the whole 19th page. And then I got more and more into the game and decided I wanted to stream a little bit myself. And it's been very enjoyable for me. Something I really like doing. You know? despite the game's flaws, I still love playing it. So, wow. Okay. I'm gonna go no spin here, and like right here, I'm gonna do an 18 ring adjustment. So plus 28 1-1, 10, 18, back a ring. A notch of left baby curl. And hope that I don't catch the... Alright. Alright. Looking good. Looking good. Looking deep. Looking real deep. Come back. Come back for me. Wow. 15-mile-an-hour wind there really pushed that ball quite a bit. Well played from our opponent to be within 3 yards with that high of a wind. He was using a wind 4 ball though. That doesn't count. Not quite a wanker, right? At least we, other than the shootout holes, we've been having some decent variety on the tour play holes. I'll go Kingmaker here. First hole that we're gonna have to break out the Kata for. So I try and aim it like right, get my landing position just in between these two hills. I'm gonna great proof it left. And then add 10% over, so like 5.8 rings. And just a little curl to the left. Not a lot here. A little bit lucky there to get through the bunker. See what the wind looks like here. Oh yeah, Tim. Yeah, you know, different streamers provide a lot of different things. I like to talk about what I'm doing because that helps me focus on it. I try and interact with the comments as much as I can. But talking through my process, I mean, that's what I'm thinking in my head as I'm doing these, as I'm playing these shots. So, talking through that helps me focus on what I'm doing during the gameplay as well. So I'll often just go to the comments in between shots and then keep talking sometimes while I'm trying while I'm doing my setups as well, which probably isn't the best idea because sometimes then it screws me up a little bit. There's a nice little area between these trees on the right that gives you a straight look at the pin. If you can get to it, yeah, and we're right there. So, I thought this was it, right? Maybe not. Maybe this one. This one. I'm going to play plus 20 here. 8.5, 10.1, 6 rings. Push up a little bit, a tiny little bit of curl to the right, release from the right because I'm off. And get lucky. No, nothing. Nothing about that was as good at all. I was all over the map there. I couldn't find, I don't know, something just looked different to me. I just couldn't find my spot. Not good. But yeah, different streamers provide different things. Some are more entertaining than others. If that's what you were looking for, then good. Neo is a perfect example of a streamer who provides something completely different than anywhere else. You like the things that he does. I mean, I can't understand half the time. Well, half the time he's not speaking English, so there's that. But just like to watch the process that he goes through, and to watch how excited he gets, and like the pure joy that he takes from the game, is a combination that you're not going to find anywhere else. I can't do what he does. I just can't do it. I don't think anyone can. He's one of a kind. So like, that's a guy that's going to provide something completely different than you're getting anywhere else. Oh no. I still found it. But you're not going to hear him describing what he's trying to do there though either. He's not going to he doesn't talk through his process of what he's doing because he's just feeling it out, everything that he does. So Spencer was a guy that he'd stopped streaming when I was getting into finding all the various streamers. That was right, kind of like I said, it wasn't really until clans came around that I became aware of how prevalent the streaming community was. And so I had no idea. I was just doing it all on my own. So, I had my own clan. I would watch Tommy's streams, and then I would figure out how I was going to attack each hole, based on the wins that he had. I would kind of use his original eyes. His vision for how to play the hole might be a little different for me, and sometimes I played him, completely different. I saw a totally different way to play a hole than he would. And he's not generally trying any kind of hooks or slices either, on those. He's trying to play them fairly straightforward. But I would just go from there and just kind of do it all like that. So, let's see. God, I'm going to talk about this hole in a little bit, but I got to play it first. $2.4. We're going to play this one plus 30 at a mid. So plus 2.4 is going to be 10.3 at a mid. It's going to be 0.7. 5.4 rings. I'm going to put a little baby curl onto the right. Because crosswinds on this hole will just push them like crazy. So what I wanted to say about this hole, A, it sucks. And B, someone asked on the 19th page, it was one of my favorite comment sections of any post I've ever seen, because someone asked how people play this hole, and like the first 16 responses were all completely different. I mean, you couldn't have come up with 16 different, more like, for as similar as how everyone plays this game, you couldn't have come up with 16 more completely opposite descriptions of how everyone plays this hole. It was hilarious. Anyway, it sucks. And the crosswinds will push it really, really hard to the left or really, really hard to the right. So you really have to offset with curl and spin. And find that spot, kind of like where I was aiming. You saw me wiggle around right in front of the trap. There's a spot there that's a little bit more consistent than others. Whatever your over adjustment that you're going to play it, you're still probably going to want to find that spot if you're playing it with a wood. If you're playing up front with a headwind and a lot of backspin, it's a massive over adjustment. However you're playing it. So just take those rules and run with them, because everyone is going to give you a different answer for that one. I played that one with a wood at that back landing spot at a 30% over adjustment with crosswinds and tailwinds. and I'll talk about it a little bit more in just a second. All right, so with this crazy amount of headwind, I'm going to be playing this as a layup shot. 20% over at a min, so 14.4 at a min is going to be 6.7. I'm just going to let, no curl here. Let the wind push it back out. It'll naturally want to kind of fall down to the left towards the sand. But with that crosswind in addition to the headwind, I'm just going to let it blow it back out there and sit in the middle of the fairway. So, what was I talking? The last hole? Oh, yeah. Okay, so with tailwind or crosswind, 30% at a mid. If it's a tailwind and you adjust back, you're adjusting back up the hill. After your adjustment, push back or pull back one ring, or you'll end up in the trap. If you're playing with a driver and full backspin, Thor's Hammer 5 or 6, or an Apocalypse level 6 or higher, or if you happen to have a quarterback on, you can play that as well. I play it as a 50% over at a max, and depending on the direction of the wind, some crazy things can happen as well, so I'll talk about that some more in a second. My rough bumps have been coming up way short, right? So we're just going to run this one all the way through the cup. This one's definitely at a mid. I'm going to go offset 1 cup right, but only add 5% at 1-to-1 because it's a mid. So plus, we're going to play it as a 9.2. 5. 9.2. So if you're playing it driver full backspin, bang it. You have to offset it way deep because of how far downhill it goes. It compresses like the ball guideline like crazy. And if there's a crosswind in addition to it, and you adjust off the side into the it looks kind of like this, like with the beach. If you adjust down into the beach, you're adjusting way down in elevation as well. So pull in addition, pull forward, pull back, push forward, pull back, push forward at the end of your adjustment. If you happen to adjust all the way off of that, an additional ring as well. That hole is just crazy. It's wild. You'll see people play it so many different ways. And if you can find that post, it's hilarious. It cracks me up. And I found an old stream of mine where I said this is my least favorite shootout hole in all of Tour 11 right now, as soon as they added Kohong. So, yeah, that's my thought on that shootout hole. So to get it that close is quite a treat. I'm not usually that close, I'll tell you that much. I win that hole a lot because it's so absurd, but getting that close is will win you 95% of your games on that hole. Probably more than that. All right. My rough bump didn't come up short that time, so that's exciting news. Oh, opponent dropped an ace on us last time with this one. All right. Like 5 back and a little to the right and offset it just a little bit shorter and to the right. Plus 20, you're going to have 1.8, so that's 10.5 at a mid, 5.5, 10.5 at a mid, Play this one with this kind of wind as a 20% over at a mid, so I added 1 point, whatever that was. Just a touch deep. Blew it further out to the right than I was anticipating. You want to be within 2 yards on this one. Really do want to be within 2 yards. I would be surprised if he doesn't beat me. Probably going to take the loss here. Kind of surprised. It usually catches that hill and funnels back down towards the pin, so that it hung out that far to the right was a bit of a shock to me. Oh, I think we tied. That's going to be really close. Oh. Got him. Wow, can't believe it. That's so close. That's wild. I'll take it. That's for sure. My back to the basics philosophy has worked out pretty well for me, so that's nice. All right, probably going to do a couple more. Call it quits for the night. Got both my pin chests done. Haven't played so long that I had 2 completely empty pin chests. So, Bobby from the Fusion Part 2 with no avatar. Let's see what we got. Oh, should we try and drive the green? He's going to try and drive the green. I guess I'll try and drive the green as well. Let's see where he ends up. I'm probably going to hook this one. Oh. He's not going to hook it. He's just going to curl it. So let's see where he ends up. Off the tree, not into the fairway. All right. Well, you're fine, buddy. You're just fine. Full right, 1.5 top here. I got a slightly smaller wind than he does. Than he had, rather. So, right about there's where we're going to start. We're going to go 25 ring adjust. This one plays as a big over adjustment for your hooks. Or slices, rather. So there's a 10, 20. Oh, God. We're going to hope that that's about 5. Did I not switch to my damn... Oh, my God. I didn't switch to the apocalypse. Oh, no. When I pulled back to curl it, I was like, hold on, something is wrong here. Oh, my God. And that means that I had way over adjusted for the hook. Oh, my God. Those are the kind of mistakes that you make when you haven't been playing very much. Oh, that's too funny. Looks like the wind will be about the same, so maybe we'll give it another try. Hey, I appreciate that, Rick. Yeah. I try and be entertaining but informative at the same time. That must have been pretty entertaining, huh? In the worst possible way. Oh, no. Okay, well, I'm not going to be able to do that then. All right. Back to plan A. Oh, boy. That's too funny. All right, great proof in this one. Let's see, we're gonna play this one 4.5. I don't really know the exact adjustment for this. Obviously, it plays very downhill, but it's probably in between a min and a mid from where I aimed at. So I just do it as a max. So 7.6 is like 4.5 rings. So that's just kind of how I figured that one out. I guess that would be a min plus 10, I guess, from the looks of it. No, a mid plus 10. Yeah, that would work out to about there. Oh boy, what a wind this is. All right. We're going to offset. Oh, there. 14.7. We're going to play as a 16 at a min. So, like 5.8. I'm going to pull back just a notch because that went uphill. And hope that we get lucky. We will not get lucky. Wow, that got pushed like crazy. It was the speed that I wanted. Just didn't even come close to the pin. Need a bigger adjustment there. Yeah, Rick. That was poor. That was poor. And of course I didn't realize it until too late. And then, like, my last little frantic switch back to try and take the shot after I just like hastily moved it back to the right, because when I realized I wouldn't have time to change bags, my finger didn't catch the ball, so my last ditch effort didn't work. I did get my finger down there and thought that I got it and pulled back in time to just have a wild release and be better than nothing, but it missed the ball as I swiped frantically, and that was that. I played this one on the right for the first time earlier on stream. I'm gonna do it again, see if we can do it a little better. Yeah, I've done that on stream before once in a shootout hole as well. You know, it does happen. It does. When they put multiple bags in the game, and then when they changed it to where you could adjust it on the tee box, that was a huge improvement to the game, in my opinion. But it also increases, the chances of that happening, obviously, where you don't have the right setup and you don't realize it until it's too late, and then you're just effed because you've spent too much time. 10% over here, right? 1.2, so 13, so just under 8. I go with a little bit of overpower. What bag am I on now? Speaking of. Great left should be fine, I think. And it's pretty wide open over here. Just hope for a favorable wind here for this rough bump. I believe I played it as 1-to-1 as a over adjustment at a mid, but that looks like it's pretty downhill, maybe further downhill than I originally anticipated. It's gonna be a straight tailwind for me, so that'll be interesting. Because we'll be adjusting down into the trap. I'm still gonna play the rough bump. Just gonna make sure this time that the guideline goes well through the pin. We'll try and find a nice favorable spot on the rough to play that shot, and then it might be a rough iron. Actually, if I've got I've got my Goliath bag, so he's avoiding the rough bump. He's avoiding the going down into the trap with the adjustment, which is probably the correct play there. I talked about that earlier as well. It gets to be a tricky adjustment with this kind of wind from that angle. It'll be a little less tricky for me ish. Okay, so alright, I'm just going to go dead center with the ball well through there. 12.1 in the min. Oh, this could work out nicely. Oh no, I went too far. I'm hurrying again. Oh no. I'm really showing this guy how awful I am. A timeout, and then I over adjusted it and then over adjusted back. I wanted to play it as 12 miles an hour at a min, not 12 rings, but I mixed those up and I went 12 rings, which at a min is 10 rings. I hastily adjusted and it just screwed it all up. I think that means it's about time for me to call it quits, but I'm still having fun though. Oh, great right for sure won't go in. Yeah, I was counting rings there and not the clubs. That's something I usually try and do at the very beginning of a hole. But if I don't remember to do it at the beginning of the hole, then that happens. I got beat 2 out of 3 by one guy early on the stream. I got beat all 3 in a row by another guy earlier on the stream. I've been so up and down. Like, I've either played brilliantly or gotten my ass handed to me. Like, I've drained 3 short irons. I've put a couple within a yard in shootouts. And then I've just played spectacularly bad at other times on this stream. That's what you kind of get. Give me some... damn it. There's a lovely little funnel on the right. If you can... if you watched my stream the earlier time I played this. But you can't play over there with this kind of a headwind here. So 10% over is going to be just over 6 rings. So I'm going to go like not quite half over power. And 3/4 of a ball curled to the left. Come on, don't catch the rough. Don't catch the rough. Oh. That's annoying. Hopefully we still have a short iron onto the pad. I think I'm still ahead on win. Yeah. I could very well be. I guess the only way to tell would be look at my coins after this one. Where are my coins at? 1.459. So I started off. I started off at 69. I started off at I think 169. And then that sounds right. So I think I'm down 1. Yeah, not bad. It looks bad on the trophy count because they've come in spurts, and a lot of the winning was done at the beginning when I was already at 5170. So I wasn't moving up at all, and then the losing streaks have just kind of come in spurts. So all right, a min long iron it is. So with a long iron, I'm going to go with just a touch of backspin here. See where we can get. Kind of want it to go right about there. It's gonna push it left, so I'm gonna offset it left, and then I'm gonna play it as -10 at a min. So 9 at a min, 3.7, 3.3. Been having a release from the right a lot too. Oh, pushed it more. Nuts. Come on, Bobby, drain this on me for 3-0. Even though I'm not ahead on wins, well, if I let's see, if I come back and win this game, then I'll be tied with what I started. I'll be 500. I don't know. I've had a good time. I've talked about it for a good portion of the stream. I don't get to play as much as I used to, so any chance I get to play and stream a little bit is good fun for me. So I've had a good time today. I hope you've seen. Oh, get in the hole, Bobby. Not gonna make it. Seen some decent stuff here. Some different ways maybe to play some Tour 11 holes. Couple decent short iron shots. Some thorn pouring on one of the Maple Bay holes. A hornet shot from a funnel on the right side on this one. And the Parc des Paris where I laid up. The par 5 on that one where I laid up that one as well. Made the short iron after laying up on the drive. So couple good ones there with some good instructions, I hope anyway, on how I pull them off. All right, let's see what we got. This is one that I had on stream like a million times one stream. Not often with tailwind though, so this will be a good one. I had it like 4 or 5 different times on one stream, each time with a headwind, so that was interesting. I don't think he pulled back nearly enough there. I can't tell what's happening here. It seemed to be jumping around quite a bit. I don't know what the deal there was. Yeah, it was real choppy on whatever he was doing there. Not really sure what the deal was. Oh well. Full right here. You can go 4.5 back. 30% over. 8.2, so plus 2.4. And plays at 10.6. So there's our 5. $10.6. A little baby curl to the right. That'll sit nicely. I feel like he almost gave me that one because he felt sorry for how bad I was playing. All right, Tim, thanks for being here. Yeah, I'm probably about to kick off, so I'll tend to that as soon as I do. 260 million won. I think I only had 20 million coming in, so let's see. That would be 12 wins on stream now. Pretty good. I'm going to play one more and then probably call it quits. Been a good stream. Looks like I've been over a little over 2 hours now. Chesty Jr. Semper Fi, brother. Semper Fi to Chesty Jr. For those of you unaware of Marine Corps lore, Chesty Puller is the most decorated Marine in history with 5 Navy crosses to his name. There is also a dog, the mascot, and I think he's an NCO of some sort. So, so that's the bulldog wearing the Marine Corps uniform there. So big Semper Fi to our Marine Corps brother here. Let's see if he's any good at Golf Clash. Let's see what his clan's like. Trifecta Gold. Oh, looks like they're probably heading to the Champions 100. 136, I would think, would be good enough to put them on top, so they're Expert 2 League. That's a good total. Good shot from our opponent here. This is a tricky drive, one that's very easy to get wrong. It's made a little bit easier by the tailwind, though. I'll say that much. So that's about where we want it to land. So 10%, 1.314. We're going to go as an 8.5 ring adjust. Push back up to max. A little baby curl to the left. I hope I got enough curl to the left there. Yeah, plenty. That'll sit nicely for us. Real tricky drive here. A couple different ways to play it. If you got some tailwind, then it makes it easier. You can play it like that. Just don't use too much topspin, or you'll roll through into the rough. I've talked about the bump from the fairway, the bounce into a rough bump and roll out. I've had some success with that, but it can be a little tricky because your rollout can carry a little bit to the left. So something to watch out for if you're going to play that shot into a headwind. And I think I played a double power slice shot on the right before on stream as well, or on the left rather. Just blasting it to the left and then blasting a Cataclysm power slice onto the green with my second shot. I feel like I've played that one on stream before. The second shot there's kind of tricky and very wind dependent, but doable as long as you get deep enough on that left fairway. But you pretty much have to power slice it if you do play that way. All right, we're going to offset this one just a little left. I'm going to go like 1 square. I just played it 1-to-1. Get out of the way, tree. 8.4. Almost certainly we'll miss this one right. I'm not going to get there anyway. This one's a tricky one. The green is just like, I don't know. If I feel like just a little bit too much topspin and it carries super fast. No, that's all right. We'll try and get a 3-game set with Chesty Jr. here. Otherwise, we'll make this one the last hole. This will be our last opponent. How about I put it that way? Clear things up a little bit. It might not necessarily be our last game, or our last hole, but it'll be our last opponent. Finish things off against the fellow Devil Dog. hopefully we kick his ass. Ah. Alright, I go first. What kind of wind? Ooh, this is a tricky wind. Full right spin here. I'm gonna go with just a notch over 1 bar backspin, and play it as plus 20. So 12 rings. There's 6 and 12. And I'm going to curl it about a half a ball back to the right. Would have been nice to finish with an ace, right? But that's all right. Came pretty damn close. I saw that angle. I was like, that's in. It's got to be. Oh, too funny. Just hung out just a touch to the left. Oh, nuts. I see people play down on this part all the time, and it just seems so inconsistent to me. I see people get very different results, and it confuses me as to why anyone plays down there. The weird thing about this hole is, like, depending on where you're adjusting, you might be adjusting up or downhill quite a bit in terms of your your aiming points elevation. So, something to keep in mind. Oh, he got a very nice roll. And I think he beat me. Son of a bitch. Come on. Come on. Give me one. All right. That's crazy. So he got the good bounce there. That's crazy. My ball doesn't drop, and then he beats me by, what did he beat me by? 0.05 of a yard. After mine lipped out and probably rolled further away than it otherwise would have. Oh, damn you, physics. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. Full right and 5 top. Gonna go 5.5 top since it's a bit of a crosswind here. Plus 10%, so 5 and a dot. No curl this time, just gonna let the wind push it. Okay, so I showed this little funnel earlier. We're a little closer this time and a little further to the left. I'd much rather be a little bit further out to the right there. I kind of figured that crosswind would push it further out to the right than it did, but that's okay. We'll see if we can find that spot again. It's just a little bit harder to hit it from this angle, I feel like. We'll see what kind of wind we get. Wouldn't be at all surprised if he buries a short iron off of that pad on the left as well. This is a known hole. All right, so there's my funnel spot. We're gonna actually play this one as a 12, a 10% off at a min. 6 rings, and hope that it doesn't go back into rapier territory. It does. Oh, I'm just gonna have to underpower it because I can't. Dang it. And a great right to boot. Still almost drops. Just so a little too deep. So a little bit further to the right there, and not quite as deep. That sucks. Still almost found that funnel. You know, that's a shot that with an underpowered minimum adjustment, great shot, still almost drops. You know, that one, oh god, just poor, really. I mean, I knew that it was going to be close to being adjusting back into wedge range, and I thought that I could pull it off since it was a min, and it just didn't work. And I couldn't switch back to the wedge at that point, so I went with the underpower and hit it great. So a calamity of errors, one after another. And our opponent will probably bury it in my face. That one's got the distance. It's got the line. It's got the length. Like I said, wouldn't be surprised if he buries that one. Even though he had to curl it around the tree. Come on, give me a third. Oh, all right. Well, we'll end on the calamity of errors note. Thanks to everybody for being here. Hope you enjoyed it. Thanks to those of you who are catching it as a replay, and hope you are all able to learn something. Have a great and wonderful rest of your day wherever you happen to be. Support all the other streamers out there. Hit them with subscriptions. Get those numbers up. Support everyone, especially the 19th family folks. So they're the best. Follow them all. They provide great content. I'll probably be around watching their streams and commenting later. So I will see some of you there. Have a great night.